Hi guys, welcome back to Creative and Designs YouTube channel. How are you doing today? Hope you're awesome. So today I'll be sharing with you how uh, to make a beautiful organza top, and this is the fabric I'll be using. This is organza, and I have 2 yards for this project. So if this is what you like to watch, kindly stay tuned and watch this video to the end. Please like, share and comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell to get notified each time I post a new video. Thank you very much. Please encourage me. So this fabric, like I said, I have 2 yards. So I've folded it into two already. Yes, I've folded it into two. So I'll just go ahead and fold it again into two, like so. So this top is going to have puff sleeves and tie on the neck. So when you fold your fabric this way, you ensure that it is all equal on the middle side. Okay, let me go ahead and change the folding to the wrong side. So when you're working with an organza fabric, ironing is inevitable. You just go ahead and iron every step of the way so that you wouldn't have a shortage in your measurements, especially if you're new to organza fabric usage. So this is what I have after folding. I'm just going to go ahead and measure or mark my starting point. So it's actually a kimono top because you're going to be cutting both the shoulder and the sleeves together. Yeah, it's a kimono top. So the next thing we do here is to measure out our shoulder with the sleeves together. Okay, like my shoulder is 7 inches, that's 14 by 2, and then the length I want is I want it to be short and puffed. So the length I want then yeah, 10 inches is okay. So I'll just go ahead and add extra 1 inch seam allowance. So next is to determine what I have here. I have 18 inches here, so I will make sure I also have 18 inches here. So this is 18 inches, then I'll just come in by 1 inch, then I mark 17 inches. So I'll go ahead and connect this 17 inches to the 18 inches I have on the shoulder, like so, just to make sure I have a little slanted line. Can you see that? And then the next thing to do, okay, I'm here to take my blouse length. So the blouse length I'm working with is 24 inches, and I'll go ahead and add 1 inch to it, like so. So I have 25, and then I will impute my hip measurement on the hemline, which is 40 divided by 4. That gives me 10. And then I'll go ahead and add just 1 inch seam allowance, or let me add 2 inches seam allowance so that it will be a bit free on me. So the 2 inches I added, I'll use one as ease and 1 inch as seam allowance. So I'll go ahead and connect this. That is where our sleeve length stopped, around sleeve stopped. I'll connect it to the hip measurement on the hem, like so, with a curve. Can you see? So we are done with this. The next thing is to cut it out. Then I'll first of all cut out the back neckline. So can you see what we have? See the way it is looking? And then I'll go ahead and separate it in order to cut out my back neckline. So this is my front neckline. So this is my front neckline. I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So look what I have. This is front and this is back. And then next thing to do is to cut a facing, because I'll be having an opening on the front, so I use the facing to finish it up. So this is the fabric I'll be using for facing for the front body. So I'll just fold it into this way, and then I will get the front bodies and lace on it like so. And I will go ahead and arrange it properly, ensuring that the mid back of the bodies is touching on the middle of the facing, like so. And then I will also arrange the shoulder properly, and then I will go ahead and trace it out. So once I'm done with that, I'll remove the bodies, and this is what I have. So next is to determine how long I want the facing to be. So I will be using 8 inches here, and then I will also determine how wide I want it to be on the shoulder. 3.5 inches is okay for the shoulder. So I'll go ahead and connect the 8 inches to the 3.5 inches on the shoulder like so, and then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is my facing. You can see the way it is. So I'll go ahead and slit it up. So the opening I want on my top is about 5 inches, or let me use 4 inches. So I just mark 4 inches here and slit it up. So I will also take my top and slit up the mid front like so. So okay, I've already done that. So I'll just make sure that the length of opening I have here is also what I have on the facing. Okay, I have 5 inches on the body, so I'll just go ahead and increase this by 1 inch. All right, so quick quickly let me give you tips on how to use the facing. So I'm going to place the facing like so, this right side on right side, and then can you see it matches up? So I'm going to sew from here down to this V, and then I'll go up, after which I'll give it a nice notch, and then I'll turn the facing to the back, after which I'll come back and show you the next step to take. So mates, this is the top, almost ready. So I've joined the shoulders. First of all, let me turn it to the wrong side so that you can see what I've done. So I used the facing and turned the front. Look at it the way I did it, and then I sewed the shoulder. And look at what I did on the shoulder. I did French seam. If you're not used to French seam, I will still show you how to do it. So I did French seam. With this French seam, you do no longer need to interlock the edges because everything has been sealed. Can you see that? It's looking so beautiful. So I turned the sleeves and created a channel for inserting my elastic. So I did this on both sides, and then the next thing to do on this top now is to insert my elastic on it, and then after that I'm going to also close this side with the French seam method, and let me just show you how I did it. But that will come up. I will do it, I will close it up after inserting my elastic. So this is how I achieved French seam. So I will turn it to the right side. Can you see this is the right side? So I will sew it down. So if the seam allowance I intend to sew it with is 1/2 inch, that means I'm going to sew 1/4 inch, and then when I'm done sewing I will trim it out. I'll trim the little excesses I have there, and then I will turn it back to the wrong side and then sew on the remaining quarter of an inch, and then by so doing the rough edges will be concealed. So when you're working with sheer fabric like this, French seam is very important. So I'll just go ahead and cut elastic for the sleeve, and my round sleeve is 11, so I will deduct 4 inches from that, and that will give me 8, so I'm going to use 8 inches. Yeah, so this is my elastic for both sleeves. So I'm going to insert it through, starting from the beginning to, I will push it till it comes out to the other side. So this top is beautiful and it's chic. If you're into ready to wear, this top is something you should not miss. Yes, it's a must have in your collection. When I was into ready to wear, I did hundreds of this top, and I assure you they were all sold out. My friends bought a lot of it. They love it. This top is actually classic. It's not something that, although there are sometimes it trends, but then it's something you can have in your wardrobe and wear it, and it's evergreen anytime you bring it out to wear. So I encourage you to add it to your ready to wear collection, and it will sell out. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side, and then I will stitch it down and I will come back to show you. So this is what I have, and I'm just going to adjust it. So this is the sleeve for me, and then I went ahead to stitch it. You can see this is the right side. This is the right side of this top, and then I stitched it down on quarter of an inch, and then next is to trim off the excesses like so. And then once I'm done with this, I'm going to turn it to the wrong side, and I will hold the middle like so, and then stitch it from the beginning to the end on quarter of an inch. And by so doing, the rough edges have been successfully concealed, and this is what we call French seam. So I will repeat the same process on the other side. This is it. I'll repeat the same process on it, and once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is to fix the tie on the around the neckline. And this is the tie I've already gone ahead to prepare it. So I wanted this bold, so this is what I have. I have 8 inches, so I put it on fold into two and pressed it. And another tip that is very important is that when you're working with a sheer fabric like this, it is very important for you to be careful with ironing it. If you must iron, then you should use a very mild iron to avoid burning your clothes. So I placed it into two and folded, and then folded it again on half inch on both sides. Can you see? So what I'm going to do now is to determine the midpoint of this tie. So this is the middle of this tie, and I'm going to also determine the middle of my back neckline. Can you see? So this is my mid back. I will go ahead and notch on it, and then I will place the midpoint of this tie on the midpoint of the tie, and then I will sew it all through. I will sew it all through. Can you see? This is the end here. I'll sew it to the end, and then I'll come to this side and also sew it to the end. And then once I'm done with that, I will show you the next step. So mates, this is what I did on the tie of this cloth. I took the middle of the tie and I attached it on the mid neckline, right side facing right side. That is one of it, like so. Can you see? You remember it was folded into two, but I took one and then I attached it and sewed on the line that I made with my iron. So I sewed it from the beginning of the neckline. Can you see? From the beginning of the neckline to the end of the neckline, like so. So after attaching it, I this is already on the wrong side. That is the remaining of the tie. So after attaching it, I have the remaining of the tie, like so, and this other one like so. Can you see? I have one this way and I have one this way, while it has been fixed on the neckline. So next thing I did was to finish it up. You see, this is the tie. So I finished it up, and this is the way I finished the end, in a slanting way. I don't want it to be straight. I want it to have this slanting um line. So that was how I did it. So after doing that, I have turned it out. Look what I have after turning it out. Can you see? This is what I have. So I'll go ahead and turn out the second side and show you. But before I turn it out, I'm going to trim here out. Yes, but let me just turn it out now because there's no scissors here now. So this is it. I've turned it out. Can you see? It's not looking like the other side. Look at the slanting shape it has. Can you see? So the next thing to do right now is to turn this top to the right side. So I've turned it to the right side, and the next thing to do on the neckline is to top stitch on it. Can you see? This is what I have. So I'll just go ahead and fold this over and then top stitch on it all the way. Can you see that? So I'll top stitch it all the way. And when I'm done, this top will be ready. So the next thing that will be left to do will be to model it for you to see how beautiful it is. So let me go and do that and get back to you. So this is what the back looks like.